Good evening. Carol has the evening off. An elderly woman in Clear Creek Township spent more than 8 hours trapped in her car today, unable to call for help. 9 News reporter Jay Warren is in the newsroom tonight with the details on what happened. Jay?
Well, Clyde, 85-year-old Frida Lawson got into her car this morning to go to the grocery store. But police say as she went to put on her seatbelt, she lost her concentration and continued backing up, ultimately into a creek bed right behind her house. She would honk several times for help, but no one came. Traffic on Ohio 73 in Clear Creek Township moves quickly past Frida Lawson's house. But for all the cars and drivers that passed today, none could see that only a short distance away, a woman was trapped in her car, which in turn was trapped in a ditch.
I was getting ready to go to Myers to the grocery up on the other side of the mall.
Lawson says it was around 8:30 this morning, the usual time for going grocery shopping.
I got in the car and it's backing out, but I didn't remember closing the garage door. See, I've got an automatic thing. And then I didn't have my seatbelt fastened. But all of a sudden I found out I was way out of the way.
The ditch itself is probably a 6-foot deep ditch. More than half of her vehicle was down in the ditch.
That's Clear Creek Sergeant Larry Cornett, who says Lawson became distracted while putting on her seatbelt, and that led to the loss of control.
See, I had my foot on the brake when I was backing out of the garage. And I reached to get my, when I had to back out enough to close the garage door. And that's all I remember.
How long were you down there?
I did about 8:30 and they came out and opened me. I got out about 5. I couldn't get out. I couldn't move, you know, the way I was sitting. That's it.
Could you open your door?
I could barely open, not enough to get out.
She sat for hours as the world drove by. Finally, when she heard her neighbor had come home, she honked her horn again. What were you doing to pass the time in there?
Nothing. You couldn't do nothing. I couldn't move. See, I just in the seat. I was in my seat. I didn't do nothing.
You didn't have any newspaper, magazine,
no,
nothing?
That didn't bother me.
Do you think you might get a cell phone these days now?
I'm darn sure I am.
Frida wasn't hurt and her car still drives. She got a little hungry after more than 8 hours without food or water, but as you can see, she is in very good spirits, Clyde.
And it's good it turned out the way it did, Jay. Thanks. The closest of close calls tonight for a senior citizen when a truck slipped